Enjoy your weekly personal Mormon Times print edition delivered to your doorstep. Subscribe today at mormontimes.com.
I'm David Evanson. I'm from Kearns, Utah. The gospel is important to me because it's really just what makes me happy. I get a lot of happiness from living the gospel. It makes everything worth it.
There's a 12-year-old boy from Romania who's inspiring everyone he meets. He survived a fire that killed his parents, and he has undergone countless surgeries. Now Marius is the subject of a documentary called I Am Not My Body. Carol Makita has the story.
Oh, yay!
A simple game of family hoops, but there is nothing simple about the challenges 12-year-old Marius faces with each attempt at the basket. Born in Romania, a boy with a beautiful smile, but in 2007, a boiler in his home exploded, killing his parents. Marius jumped out a window but suffered 3rd and 4th degree burns over 75% of his body, losing his eyelids and nose. Doctors amputated all 10 fingers because of an infection. 2 BYU students, Jessica and Ashley, on a semester abroad, volunteered at the hospital and knew they had to help.
Then they talked to their parents and see if I could come to America so I can get surgeries.
8 months later, doctors at Shriners in Los Angeles began their work as Ashley's parents went forward with an adoption. He lived first with Jessica's family, receiving new eyelids, new nose, and fingers that were his toes.
I think we're all just so privileged to know Marius. The resilience is amazing. Just complete acceptance of, hey, this is fabulous. Look, I have these 2 new fingers.
His American families and friends love Marius. Now a BYU filmmaker hopes many more people will know his story. I Am Not My Body tells of Marius, his families, his love of karate and playing the trombone, but much more.
As I got to know him more and the families that have helped him so much since he's been here in America and even before, you know, it's so clear that he made a decision to be happy, and it's a lesson that we all can learn.
Marius has another toes-to-hand transplant, but he hopes to become a motivational speaker.
Sometimes when I go to bed, I think that sometimes, why was I alive? And I was like, well, maybe I have something to do in here. So, yeah.
No one who knows Marius doubts that he will.
So inspirational. Thank you, Carol. The film I Am Not My Body premiered earlier this week at BYU, and filmmaker Mark Williams joins me now. For him to say he made a decision to be happy, that's a remarkable attitude considering what he's been through, and he's only 12.
Exactly, it really is, you know, and he's been through so much. He's dealt with so much in his life, but it's such an amazing inspiration that if he, who's been through so much, can make a decision to be happy, whether he realized he did or not, you know, that all of us, regardless of what we go through in our life, we can choose to be happy despite our circumstances as well.
Yeah, it makes our small problems seem very small, doesn't it?
Definitely.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from following him?
I think that was exactly it. You know, I so often will complain about a bad grade, or, you know, I stubbed my toe, or, you know, just little things. And I look at Marius and the things that he's gone through in his life, and he has made a decision to be happy. Actually, at the premiere, somebody asked him if he's ever been down so low that he feels like he can't go on, and he says, not yet. Wow. And, you know, if he can have that attitude, then I can sure try to have that attitude as well.
I know he's had numerous surgeries so far. What are you aware of other surgeries that he will face in the future?
Well, they've taken now 4 toes off of his feet and turned them into thumbs and other fingers. And so he'll have 2 more toes from one of his feet turned into fingers as well. So he'll have 3 toes or 3 fingers on each hand. And then they'll continue to do some grafting to his face because they are a little bit nervous that with him so young that his jaw won't expand at a normal rate. And so they'll do some grafting just to make him look a little bit more normal and allow his body to grow as well. So.
Having lost his parents, does he have any family support left at all?
Well, he has a sister that still lives in Italy and goes in between Italy and Romania, and his older brother came out with him to the U.S. as well, and he lives in northern Utah. But the family support with his adoptive parents, and he has another family that he calls mom and dad as well in Arizona, they are are just phenomenal, and they have totally taken the place of his family, not taken the place, but just have totally supported him in every need that he has, and they are just amazing to work with, and you can tell that there's just nothing but love on all sides for him.
Yeah, so grateful for people like that. Now, your movie, I Am Not My Body, premiered this week. What was the reaction from the documentary?
You know, it was incredibly positive. As any filmmaker would be, I was a little bit nervous, but it was incredibly positive. The people who were there absolutely loved it, and Marius and his family seem to have enjoyed it very much as well. And you know, there were so many people that just were so grateful to learn of his story. There was one man who came up to me after and said that his 15-year-old, who is normally a little bit spoiled, not spoiled, but just kind of bratty, said that he wanted to make sure that you buy it and that his whole family sees it.
And that'd be a great example, wouldn't it be, to him? That's fantastic.
Definitely.
Mark Williams, great work. Thank you for giving us more insight in the story.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you coming in. We'll be right back with a look at the first temple built in Europe. But first, each week we showcase some of our missionaries serving around the world. If you'd like to share a picture of an elder, sister, or couple missionary you know, send it to MormonTimes@ksl.com.